Hey there, and this is another casual AoE for all of you to feast your eyes upon. So I just played this match a little while ago, and spoiler, if you don't want to have this match spoiled, cover your ears now for 5 seconds. I lost the match. Let's wait for that 5 seconds to be up. Should we wait 5 seconds? There we go, spoilers free. So now I'm just watching to see what happened, you know? It's kind of what I wanted to do. So let's take a look first at the maps. We have myself here in the purple, as always, and I am playing the melee. Terrifying Civ whenever my opponent gets it, in my opinion. We take a look at my map. The gold is in the front. The stone is in the front. The boars are in the front. There's another 4-pit in the front. The deer are in the front. So another gold in the front. So everything is in the front, and I have this one pitiful woodline. This one on the other side of the oasis. Not really. Nah, it's not really worth it. Having to send a Vil over to this. Ugh, I wish I had this up here. That'd be really nice. But I don't. So, oh well. Sorry if you can hear my bird right now. He's kind of chirping away. We have the blue on the west side of the map. And he's playing as my favorite civilization, the Magyar. Such a great cavalry civilization. Cavalry archer civilization, just great. Let's take a look at his map. He's got his gold in the back, he's got his berries in the back, he's got one of his boar in the back, most of his sheep in the back. He has basically the wood line that I would love to have in mine. He has in his, so screw that. His deer are easy pushes to his TC, really close. Stone is in the front for him, that's a little bit unfortunate, but because of this wood line he has here, he could wall it off. Looks like he's having some difficulty pushing the deer, maybe not paying full attention. And if we go look at this, oh, I'm so excited to finally post something like this. So this is kind of a longer lure, and I wanted to practice this. So here comes my Vil, no loom. Oh, look at this block. Oh, feast your eye holes upon that. Mind you, I do misclick here, so let's just ignore this. Oh no, it didn't happen. Didn't happen. It just kept going. Boom. And because of this block, that villager survived. Boar goes down. Freaking awesome. I've been practicing that, so it's nice to know that it's actually working. Because, yeah, I've been working on that one a lot. We have, let's see, 3 on wood, 8 on food underneath the TC, and I'm going to go build my first mill over on the side there. I believe I found all my shep. I believe I found all my sheps. Yeah, I should. Oh, nope, there's 2 there, but I'll be finding them probably pretty soon here. Let's take a look at blue. Is luring in those, pushing in those deer. He's getting his boar over. And he does have loom on, actually, so let's just say I have 16, because I'm sure. Let's take a look. I have 15 and a half Vils, and he's got 14, and a quarter when I checked it out. So I'm ahead by Vils right now, and don't ask me where that half Vil went. That's a grotesque story you don't want to know. Score is starting to lean in my favor, which I like to see. Villager coming with a long boar lure. Villager's waiting underneath the TC because that boar is done. Villager taking some damage, garrisoning right away. This boar will die a fair distance away from the TC. Not too happy with that, but you know what? It's alright. Have 2 farms down. Let's go take a look at blue. No farms yet, but does have all his shep. Has pushed in deer. 1 boar left, which he is going to go lure now. That is a long boar lure. Around the forest, down to the TC. With loom, you could do it. You'd have to probably block with one of the sheep. Yeah, not paying attention to this villager as he pushes this deer under the TC. The deer doesn't want to be pushed, and it is going to be stubborn, and it's going to walk back to its last remaining friends. Ooh, I got housed briefly, and the house goes up quickly, so there's a delay in my production there for a little bit, unfortunately, but not for too long. Looks like he's given up on that deer. The villager that was going towards the boar is placing down a house, so that his time up there was not necessarily wasted. Also a good place to start walling. And we'll be going for the boar next. 21 villagers up for myself, 367 food. We'll be able to click up pretty quickly. Don't have loom my villagers. I think I'm going to click up without loom. It's something I've been doing lately. Don't know if it's the smartest. Should probably get loom beforehand. But, you know, trying to figure these things out as I go. You know what? This villager's going to take a lot of damage even though it has loom. Feudal is on its way up for me. So that's a pretty fast click up time. With loom, that'd be a lot better. The villager will make it to the TC. But it's going to lose a lot of health. That villager definitely would have... Oh! What a terrible time for me to come by. Where is all of his villagers on it, even the ones that are on the farms? So that was kind of nice. Kind of messed him up a bit. My villager did almost die. Sorry, my scout, not my villager. My scout did almost die, but it is getting away safe and sound, just very hurt. So we got 10 on wood. We got 5... on the food underneath the TC, 2 on farms, 4 on berries. It's very standard build. One villager will go and leave now to go put down a barracks, and there is the barracks for myself. Blue is finding my base as I click up to feudal. Or not as I click up, sorry, as I level up to feudal, whatever it is, as I age up to feudal. Blue is in my base, loading up for a second as I notice his scout in the vicinity. Believe Blue's probably going to be a little bit annoying here. He's going to start poking around. He is poking around. Scouts, good to know. In the first stage, do 2 damage to your villagers. So, if you're wondering, so long as you have loom. If you're wondering how much a scout in Dark Age does to a villager with loom, it is 2 damage. So, it would take... Oh no, don't make me do math. 20 hits. 20 hits to kill a villager, is that right? Oh my goodness, and I did math this semester. If I am wrong, please let me know, so that I can work on my math more. Blue should be getting up to the feudal relatively soon here. Let's take a look. He's almost up to feudal with 24 villagers only. You would think that with this time he would have had a bit more, but that's not the case. Walling off with maybe a little bit too many villagers, the villagers that were putting down the stable, but trying to get there. Actually, 2. That's not too bad. That's alright. So, even though this map isn't the greatest with the wood line, moving over here to collect this thicker area. Oh, even the close wood lines. This one's on a hill. Oh, yeah. I mean, there is wood here, but not too nice starting to wall off this area. Trying not to wall out the gold, because that's a no-no. You want access to that feudal coming in for blue. Blue, let's see, is dropping the barracks, but only 3 on berries right now, 2 idols, looking a little stretched thin right now, and dropping a stable as the Magyars, as you do, putting palisade walls up on the side, trying to make myself feel safe. If I really, you know what, in retrospect... Oh, spoilers again. So if you don't want to hear what's going on, cover your ears for, let's say, 10 seconds this time, right? Starting now. So, because I lost this match, like I said, I'm trying to figure out what I did wrong. Take a look at the score. I'm so ahead, and I should have probably walled along here. Could have taken the gold. Could have taken this wood. Could have this wood all safe. But, oh well. Yeah, so look at this score lead right now. Playing like a, well, I'm not going to say a pro, but playing, like, definitely not a pro. Look, 1, 2, 3 idols, and probably soon to be 4. So definitely not playing like a pro, but I'm definitely playing not too shabby at the moment, because I forgot to mention that this player is a 1900 ELO player. I think he was a little bit below it, 1889, 1898. Those numbers are coming up in my mind right now, so it's around there. And again, I'm a 1749. Let's just round it up to 1750. So is quite higher than me, so when I look at that score, it makes me feel pretty warm and fuzzy inside. Scouts coming out for blue. Has spearmen. in defense, anticipating those scouts, because it did scout my stable, and a blacksmith going up. In the back, scouts trying to get along the corner. The spearmen can't get it in. They're going aside. They will likely get some hits off to pulling off all the villagers. Scouts needing to go back, not wanting to get hits from those scouts. TC in constant production. Let's take a look at population counts. 37 for myself, and 37 for blue as well. So he's actually evened up the population here. Probably, well, no, not probably. Definitely because of scouts and his spears. Spears probably being the big one. Something that I probably should have incorporated a little bit sooner. But, yeah, should have well done here. Blue trying to get in, but it is walled off. 2 idols here. For 3 idols for way too long. Scouts going around the side for myself. Trying to get some hits in. One will drop. The really low one will drop. And let's take a look here. Scouts hitting the palisades, dropping a house. Scout finding a hole. This just... that hurts inside. And there's an idol there. What is going on? These are still idle. 3 idols. That's unacceptable. Scouts going back to try and deal with this. That hole really pissed me off. Trying to quick wall it, but what's the point? They can get through that way as well. Having to garrison units inside my TC, and the score is closing in. But still a pretty big lead for myself here if we take a look at Blue's eco. I think that other than mine being idle right now, it's a little... you know what? They're like pretty much about even. I probably just have higher research counts and some better scouting. Hits going off for Hugh, however you pronounce that. Yeah, my scouting is a little bit better than his. Scouts dropping for both of us there. TC getting some hits in, getting some nice arrow fire. Spears coming out for myself. Like I said, it would have been nice to have them out just a little bit sooner. Let's take a look at Blue's base, dropping an archery range. It already has one drop, so 2 archery ranges drop for Blue. And the spears and the scout will clean that up. Looks as if I've walled it off finally properly. Yay. Idle. Oh, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now just 3. But still not good. Putting a mill on the top so I can create some more farms there. Get them in there quicker. Put some farms around it so the eco will just look that much sweeter. A lot on gold for Blue. And some nice walls. This area still is open, but he's dropping a blacksmith. Will he walling this off? If only I had perhaps pumped out a couple more scouts, tried to do a little bit more eco damage, that would have been kind of helpful. Idle. Oh man. I don't like seeing this. How many more idols do I have? 1. So 3. Well, Blue now still pumping out some scouts, archers, and skirmishers coming out of his archery ranges. Villagers coming along the side, dropping house, dropping some palisades, walling off this opening so that this base is completely secure, can gather resources without feeling in danger. Scout moving forward now, finding a villager on its own. The villager will drop. The upgrades are in for this, well, attack upgrade and the one that comes with feudal. So this scout will drop a lot faster. Spears moving forward. Oh, there's a hole there. I knew there was a hole here before that scout came in, and I remember I was thinking, oh, I'll quick wall that off. But this scout didn't go down that way, so I didn't quick wall it. But there's somehow, oh, it just drives me crazy. Something I'm really looking forward to when the definitive edition of this game comes out is hopefully they will fix that issue where you need to be so careful with holes. Obviously, you know, I can't put all the blame on the game. I need to be paying attention to that. But that, come on, that just looks... Come on. And no idols for myself now. Thank sweet goodness. Castle coming in for myself. Over halfway up now. And let's check out Hugh. No castle for himself yet, but he'll be there pretty soon. More scouts moving forward. They will drop to the spears and to the one scout. The scout will drop to these archers that are moving forward. There's a good old wolf taking down one of the archers. But as the scout drops, that wolf will drop. Also moving my villagers off of stone and my spears back. Another spear coming out of the barracks. It will drop immediately to the range units. Castle coming in for myself. And I will be instantly queuing up some knights. You know, okay, so to the people who didn't want it spoiled, I'm just going to spoil it. I lost this game. This is the game which I let slip away even though I had such a huge advantage early on. And the problem is what you're seeing right now. Where is my military? I have 3 spears? Look at his military here. So quite a few archers. Archers still coming out. He's got spears. He's got archers. In his base, he's got his stable. And archer still queued up. Nothing queued up in his barracks right now, but likely we'll have knights queued up pretty soon. Sending knights out for myself now. Trying to clean up what he has here, but really those numbers aren't good enough. The defense upgrades are up for the knight. Will still drop to the greater numbers. This knight taking a lot of hits before it gets in. Will do some damage. Go back now, waiting for some more reinforcements. Whew. Castle's in, and there's no second TC up right away. Not enough wood for it. I am trying to put more villagers on wood. Don't know if you noticed it before while I was watching. While you were watching this, I didn't have enough vills on wood. I had hardly any. I was pulling them off of wood, putting them onto other resources. But that hurt me now because let's take a look down at blue. He still has just 2 RG ranges producing nonstop, but the problem is that I have just 1 stable producing. I have a stable and a barracks. Mr. Blue over here has 2 archery ranges, a stable, a barracks, and is producing pretty consistently out of them. As you see, there's a constant stream. His archers are going back as the knights begin to kind of get a little bigger for me, waiting for those upgrades from Castle to come in. Castle is just coming in right there, dropping a stable on the side. And the problem is I'm building knights, but the Malay don't have a good knight line. They don't get bloodlines. If you go over to the armor section, they don't get chain barding. But what they do get is battle elephants and elite battle elephants. They also have battle elephants costing 30% less. So if you take a look at the cost, it's pretty comparable to the knight in some regards. The food, of course, being much higher, but the gold being much less. So I think that the mistake that I made in this game was sticking with the knights. I mean, I'm the freaking Malay, and I'm building knights. Another stable comes up, and let's see what I queue up in it. Or when I queue up in it. Oh, come on. This hurts. This is frustrating. Nothing queued up in either. No upgrades coming in. Not sure what I'm doing. Not paying attention, apparently. Still nothing queued up, even though, look at these numbers, a little bit too high. Not liking those right now. Yep, nothing still. But at least that's still going. Knight's now coming up for blue. Of course, he has the crossbow upgrade now, and spears up front to try and deal with this if they come in. Knight's queued up now in both of my stables. But here's the other issue. Knights may counter, you know, obviously the archers that he has. And those numbers of spears aren't great at all. It is still a meat shield. I don't have a meat shield. I don't have something to deal with it. I should have dropped this archery range, which I'm dropping right now, much sooner. I should have had a lot more on wood right away, even though my wood lines were awful. I mean, it's not an excuse. They were terrible. And, oh, this initiation is a bad initiation. The spears are doing a lot of damage, even though spears against knights, not so great, but that added addition with them, and the crossbows just doing so much damage, ripping right through these knights, and that's a lot of gold lost for me. The score is heavily in Blue's favor now. Archer range up, 5 skirmishers queued up, but it's just too late right now. It's just too late. There is enough stone for a castle. Villagers trying to move back, but not the right way. 1 villager will drop, 2 villagers will drop, and this is ugly. I can't look. I can't look. Blue's base now. Added a monastery. Let's see. Still really just producing out of just the 2 archery ranges because I don't have something to counter it. This has some spears in the back. Spears hitting the archery range. Crossbowmen going on the side, getting some kills as I try and drop this castle. A doubt castle, a panic castle, a... Oh, so many dead villagers. And look at this little mass. No, get out of there. That's painful. I can't look. I can't look. I did put a TC up here near the stone, but stone's not what I need right now. You know where I should have placed this? Boom. Right here. I can put a mining camp right there. Have some people on stone if I want. Collect this beautiful wood line. That is a nice wood line. Oh, can't watch. No, I'm not watching. I don't want to look there. It hurts. A lot more crossbows coming forward for Blue. Still, let's just take a look. Well, okay, I guess you want to see what's happening. Fine. The crossbows took out a palisade. They're going to be going into my base, and they're going to be doing a lot of eco damage right here. Crossbows are nicely upgraded. The castle will go up for myself. This villager will likely die. Go. Go. Run! And she'll live to die another day. Knight on the side. I'd garrison my units to try and take it out, but it will escape with 4 health. Ay. And look at this idle time. The game is over at this point. I know it's over, so I've lost. What I'm trying to do at this point is I wanted to see how Karambits would do against this crossbow army. So right now, this is just trying to figure out. I know the game's gone. I mean, he's 1,000 points ahead of me. Let's take a look at the populations. 82 to 51. And of that, he has a nice solid amount of military, and cav archers are now coming out for him. Good unit choice from the Magyar. Of course, getting some nice cavalry archers. If we take a look at here, the, where is it? Where is it? There it is. The recurve bow, where cavalry archer line gets +1 range and +1 attack. That is very good. Of course, they also get, oh, I can never pronounce it, Parthian tactics and thumb ring. So strong units. Kravitz dropping like flies. 2 of those crossbows. Look at those corpses. Of course, Karambits not strong individually. Just strong in numbers. You have to mass them for them to be effective. This is painful. More crossbows coming forward. And spears there. Where have his cav archers gone? Not entirely sure at this point. Should be in this area. So it doesn't have too many cav archers right now, but is making the switch. Has 5 on the field. Don't see anywhere else where there could be some. And at this point, like I said, I know the game's over. I've lost this game, even though I had such a crazy score advantage at the beginning part. The beginning part I was playing really well. But I was watching this trying to figure out what I did wrong. And, oh, here comes a nice number of Kramits. Let's see how they do. Of course, decent upgrades on them right now. Only 30 health. But these crossbows will go down to those Karambits. So yeah, I was trying to watch this game and figure out what I did wrong, and really what I figured out is that I just didn't transition. I did not use the Civ for what they do. I didn't build 1 elephant. I wasted so many resources on knights. When melee knights are not the unit you want to build. You want to build some battle elephants, you want to get up to Karambits, and you want archers to accompany them. Of course, getting the Arbalest and elite skirmishers So having a pretty decent archery line as it is. So really, the second the scout stopped working, needed to drop 2 archery ranges, put out some archers, put out some skirmishers, or at least maybe put out some spears to protect so I can get up to this castle right away and start pumping out karambits so I can go in and I can raid in his eco. The other thing that I could have done is pump out, instead of knights, some battle elephants. Because battle elephants, while slower, have more HP, and, I mean, they're just... the melee have the benefit where they're cheaper, so why wouldn't I use what my Civ is good at, not what they are not good at. The Cav Archers will take out that knight very quickly. I do see them, and I know, especially at that point, there's just... Right now, I'm just kind of wasting time. Karambit's going along the side. I was trying to see, just kill this knight for fun, but I do see that the Cav Archers are there, so I won't get to that knight. So I just call it GG. And there is the GG of the game that I let slip through my fingers. That was my game to win. But I didn't. So, watching it, what did I learn? Well, I learned that I did some things pretty alright at first. You know, my time getting up was alright. Should have got Loom at first, before I went up to the Feudal Age. But my time was good. My Scout Rush was alright. Would have liked to do a bit more damage when I was in this area, but he had his spears there to defend. What I should have done when that was ineffective is drop 2 of these bad boys, 2 archery ranges, so I could become pumping out some archers, some skirmishers, or pump out some spears, because he is the Magyar and he's going to come forward with some of his own scouts, which he did, and which was very annoying to my eco. Pulled my own scouts back. But if I had those spears in my base protecting, I could have protected my eco and gone up to castle much sooner. So there we have it. If you don't watch your replays and you want to get better, watch your replays. You'll see what you did wrong, and honestly, it's probably the #1 thing that's helping me get better right now, other than playing higher rated people. And yeah, so there it is. Painful, I know, but still hope you learned something. Cheers.